gonna do something I haven't done in quite some time, and I'm gonna reword the title. Instead of it being GN Talks, it's gonna be GNT Talks, because that's what people put in the comment section anyway, or a person. I'm not gonna call out anybody, but heck, you'll know. Anyway, I'm gonna try and make this one quick and precise, and not just go off on tangents like I usually do. But if I do, oh well, it happens. I'm gonna try and have this one under 30. So, oh frick, I'm already screwing up. I forgot what I was gonna say. What has happened since the last time I did one of these? It's been like 2 months. A lot of games came out that I didn't play, because they, well, actually, just a couple games I didn't play. But E3 passed, and I don't think I should have did this like right after E3 so I could talk about it, but yeah, whatever, no big deal. It was just a pretty interesting thing. Some stuff came out, some stuff was nice, and others were not so nice. But anyway, that's pretty much all that's been happening. All 4 DLC characters from Mortal Kombat came out, and only 2 of them are really fun to use. And by the way, I'm talking about Jason and Predator. I don't understand, how is it that the 2 characters that aren't, you know, part of the series are more fun than the 2 that are? Whatever. Let me just move on. Sorry, I'm a little, yeah, freak word I'm looking for. Can't think of it. I have sinus problems. There we go. So, what I want to talk about is things that I have done on the channel, and things that are being left behind or paused for a little while. So, I'm basically done with Mortal Kombat. Besides just randomly playing, or randomly doing a tower here and there, I probably won't be doing much more of that. Let's see, what else? Guided Fate Paradox. I'm done with that for a while. I'm at the final boss, but the final boss is so freaking hard in that game that it's going to take forever for me to be strong enough to beat him, so it's going to be a while. Because I don't just have all the extra time to sit there and grind up to being strong enough to beat that boss. And see, that's why I say I don't like to do a lot of the freaking strategy type games or RPGs, well, JRPGs that require a lot of leveling. And I didn't know that game would require that much freaking grinding to beat the final boss. But it's whatever, it's no big deal. If it was Disgaea, it wouldn't be a problem, because freaking Disgaea, there's always some way to get your levels up really fast when you need to. Or you can freaking reset your character and start them back at 1 with more power and stuff, and they roll the freaking levels back up, and they're way tougher. But anyway, that's done for now. Eventually I will get back and do the boss, but not right now. What else I played? Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition. Yes, I want to talk about this. The reason why I didn't do playthroughs of other characters, because of stupid Capcom giving me copyright claims on the Nero stuff when I first started up. And I gave me copyright claims on the cutscenes, so I was like, whatever. Good thing I didn't play much more than like an hour. I was like, I could scrap this and figure out something else to do. And that kind of messed me up for a little while, because I had planned to play through all of that, and I had a little gap of time between the next thing and that. I think the next thing I started up after that was Anarchy Reigns. Let me check while I'm sitting here, because that's why it's good to have the freaking computer open and check all this stuff to verify. Let's see. Right after that, yeah, I started up Anarchy Reigns. and I went through the white side of that. Now I gotta get through the black side. I also started up on GNTVersus because, heck, I got the game. That's the only reason, literally. If I didn't buy it when it came out, I would have just, you know, played it whenever. But because I got it right now, that's what I'm playing right now. So I'll be trying to, I guess I'll try to balance that in Anarchy Reigns right now. I also got Mass Effect 3 because it was on sale, and I never got to actually play through Mass Effect 3. And here was my excuse. Because the thing is, I have Mass Effect 3 on both, well, now on both PS3 and 360. But I had, well, you know, I used to play on the 360 all the time, so I played through Mass Effect 1 and 2 on there. And then I started playing on nothing but PS3. And I was like, well, I don't want to get Mass Effect 3 on PS3, because then I won't have my character transfer and all that stuff. And I was like, I'll play it eventually. I'll play it eventually. And then I traded in all my Xbox 360 games. And then randomly one day, I was sitting with a cousin. He was like, here, you can have this. I was like, well, why are you giving me this? I don't I don't care about it like that. And it was freaking Mass Effect 3. And I was like, well, I'll sit it around. I played it eventually. Never got around to playing it. And I don't even mess with the freaking Xbox anymore. It's just a every once in a while thing. I'll go in there and boot it up just to make sure it doesn't freaking die from never being played. And I said, forget it. If they're gonna sell it this cheap, I'll pick it up and I'll go on ahead and play through it. So expect that either sometime this week or after Anarchy Reigns is done, which probably will be sometime this week. It's gonna be done eventually. And I was thinking about doing Resonance of Fate because I bought that too because I liked the game. I played a little bit of it, but I didn't beat the entire game. Actually, I didn't beat the first part of the game. I only played it a little bit. But I'm not sure how much I would have to do leveling in that game. So I'm wondering whether I should play it or not. Because I know Mass Effect, I could get through that. Like, as you do things, you get better in that. You don't have to go out of your way to get stronger. Anarchy Reigns, you don't have to go out of your way to beat that game. On GNTVersus, don't have to go out of the way to beat that. But Resonance of Fate might be a bit tougher. So I'm still thinking on that one before I do it. I also can't think of anything else to do after these games are done. So yeah, I'll have to update you on that later. Because right now nothing's out and nothing's coming out. Unless there's like random releases that they didn't tell anybody about. Which moves me on past the what's been done to what'll be done whenever it's released. So what I was gonna say is the freaking Yu-Gi-Oh game for PS4. I'll probably be picking it up when it comes out because it's Yu-Gi-Oh, and I typically just get Yu-Gi-Oh games because I like playing Yu-Gi-Oh. And that should be fun, but there's no release date, and it'll randomly release sometime, I guarantee it. That's gonna bother the crap out of me because it's gonna be the day that I just like spent a large amount of money. They're gonna be like, Yu-Gi-Oh, here you go. I'm like, wait, I just used all my money yesterday. It's no good. But anyway, that is probably the only game that I can think of right now that'll be coming out anytime soon. If it comes out anytime soon. They said summer, so that means it should be sometime soon. But yeah, that's it. I can't think of anything else before September hits. Because I mean, the rest of the games I want to play don't, they're nowhere near now. You know what I mean? Couple examples, you know, the freaking Digimon story Cyber Suit they announced. Sorry about that. Oh goodness. Ugh. Sorry, I burped and then I tasted the... Ugh. Ah. Goodness. The flip. That was nasty. Anyway. Freaking, the Digimon game they announced. I want to play that. Because it took forever to get here. So I'm gonna play it when it comes out. Freaking, Dragon Quest Heroes. I'll play that when it comes out. Which, fun fact, they're making a part 2. And we haven't got part 1 yet. At least I believe that's what Dragon Quest Heroes is. I can look that up too while I'm sitting here. Because I believe that's the freaking, Dynasty Warrior style Dragon Quest game. Right? And confirmed, yes it is. But yeah, they're freaking already making a part 2. And I'm like, wait till we get 1. I wanna see 1. I wanna play 1 and see how I feel about it. Because I might not want you to make a 2. Oh man, but I want to go Super Saiyan. I know in Dragon Quest games you can go Super Saiyan, because I've done it before. In old Dragon Quest games. Goodness, that was a while back. Huh. Anyway, I started thinking back to purple hair Super Saiyans. Let's move on though. Let me see what else I have down here. Cause I typed out some stuff that I wanna oh goodness. See, cause this happens. I forget about what I'm about to say, and that's why I typed out some stuff. Street Fighter V, boom. There we go. That's what we're gonna talk about next. The Street Fighter V beta started on Thursday, and I couldn't get in until Sunday. And Sunday, I just happened to get in. Well, technically it was 5 times if you count it. But that last time, I was so freaking half asleep. That's the gameplay I'm using right now, by the way. The 5th time that I got in, I'm just gonna have that. That was like 17 minutes. I'm gonna put that on loop if this goes over 17 minutes. But I was just, oh my goodness, I was half asleep. I was sitting up watching a freaking live stream of Maximilian. And cause he was on the beta too, and he couldn't get any matches, and that's funny cause I got in 5 times, and I got what, 4 matches? So not even a match per session. Actually, I got in. Yeah, it was 5 times. Yeah, 5 times. And cause I almost didn't count one cause it was only like 7 minutes. But I did get a fight in it, so I guess I should count that. But yeah, it was 5 times and 4 fights. It got bad. I was sitting there watching Max, and he was really sitting there in that practice for freaking ever, not getting matches. And then I started falling asleep. And the messed up part is I had been hitting the X button on the press any button game for so long that day. I literally did it in my sleep. I like fell asleep and woke up, and I was in. So I was like, wait a second. Yeah, I was still pressing X in my sleep. That's messed up. This is what Capcom does to you. But I hopped up, and I was like, I literally can't put this up. I'm half asleep. Because I was trying to say stuff over the freaking practice. I was half asleep and I was just stuttering and mumbling stuff. So I said, screw it, I'm not going to put that up, that freaking practicing stuff up. I said, I'll just leave it and use it for this. Because you don't have to hear me saying, Sonic Boom. That's how it was, because I was still practicing with freaking Nash. It was Sonic Boom. Ha! Got him. Yeah, but that's Street Fighter V beta. But the game is extremely fun, I'll tell you that much. And when it comes out, I will be picking it up now. Because I was questioning picking it up. Picking it up. I didn't think I was going to, but now I will. Yeah, it seems pretty solid. Should be cool. Anyway, moving on from that. Now we move on to the possibly not coming out. Red Ash. Red freaking Ash, the spiritual successor to Mega Man Legends or Rockman Dash. It's how do I say this? It was a cool thing to see. It was a great concept, and it was poorly timed. Like, no joke, I think it was really poorly timed, to be honest. I don't think it's such a bad thing that people don't want to donate to it. I think it was just bad timing. No joke. Because, hey, when they said it, I was like, oh, well, I'd donate to it, but I'm just kind of broke at the moment. But then the next freaking then my freaking paycheck came in, and I was like, well, time to donate. I put some money down on it, but it does not look like it's gonna hit goal, which is kind of sad, because I'd like to see that. I'm sure, because freaking Inafune said he's not gonna, give up on it if it doesn't hit goal, but I don't know what he's gonna do about it. But I don't want it to just die out, because I think that could be a fun game. Like, let me pull it up right now. Yeah, it's at 469,000. Goodness, I'm tripping today. $836. And it has 7 days to go to get to 800,000. And see, the thing is, freaking Kickstarters for high profile games, or things like this that are supposed to be remaking classics from our childhoods, typically get their goal in a day. And for how much money they've been making lately, 800,000 would be nothing to hit, which I'm sure that's why they put that level there for it to be hit, because it's like, that's nothing. If we hit 800,000, that obviously, I'm fairly certain, couldn't fund the entire game and everything that's necessary for it. But I'm just pretty sure it's not gonna hit now. Like, when it was 15 days left, I was like, oh, we'll still have a chance. But now it's just 7. It's just a week. And 400,000 in a week is what, well, I'm rounding. I know it's less than that. But still, you need that much in a week. And you barely got that much in freaking 3 weeks. 2 weeks? 3 weeks? 3 weeks, I think it was. Yeah. It's been like 3 weeks, and you've barely gotten half of it. So, I don't know. Some people could be very generous and boost it at the very end. I doubt it, but it could happen. Anyway, moving on from that, because that's getting depressing. Actually, I think that's pretty much it for all game stuff. Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 had a new trailer with freaking Madara. Oh, Madara beastin'. Goodness. It also showed Guy. It didn't show much of Guy, because I guess they didn't want to overly spoil the character, which I don't understand, because they showed all of Madara. All of his extra techniques and stuff. It's like, what the heck? Show us some Guy, because Guy's a beast. I'm just saying. Anyway, that's pretty much it for games, and all I have to say on that. And the next thing that I guess I'll go ahead and talk about is, I'm trying to think, what should I say next? Anime or the music? Well, I'll go to the anime, since there's more to talk about in the anime than the music anyway. I'm freaking on. Like, before I started recording this, I was watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V or Arc 5, whichever that's supposed to be. I don't know. hasn't come to America, and I haven't heard it pronounced. But I think it's Arc V. Anyway, I was watching that, and it's a really good Yu-Gi-Oh series. At least to me. It's better than freaking Zexal. I didn't like Zexal at all. I thought 5Ds was okay. And GX's best season was the one that didn't come to America. So, yeah. After original Yu-Gi-Oh, I didn't really like the series that much. But freaking Arc V is actually pretty cool to me. You know, the whole thing about different dual dimensions and stuff. Different dimensions using different summoning styles and all that. I think it's pretty cool. It's a cool concept. But yeah, I'm pretty much up to date on that. I've been watching a little short thing called Bikini Warriors. That is so stupid. Goodness. If it wasn't for the title, I would have never checked it out. And if it wasn't for the freaking chicks in bikinis, I wouldn't stay. And it's because on top of them being in those on top of them being extremely underdressed, the things that happen are hilarious. Like the newest one, they decided that they wanted to go inside of people's houses and just run up in your place and take your stuff. That's literally what they did. They're like, heroes have special privileges. Since we're supposed to save this place, we can just walk up in there and take their stuff. And I was like, really? And then they walked in past the people and started stealing it. And I was like, this is actually working? What the flip? And they just pillaged the whole town like they were freaking thieves. That's basically what they were anyway. They weren't heroes, they were thieves. They went in there, robbed everybody, then went to an inn that looked modern because they had a swimming pool and everything. And they were in better bikinis that actually looked like bikinis. And then all the freaking townspeople showed up. And the next scene you saw, they were in the freaking woods, naked. They're like, they could have at least left us with our clothes. Oh my goodness. You're lucky that they just took your clothes and left. There was a lot of dudes in that crowd, and they were angry. They could have done a lot more than just strip you. Lucky. Anyway, let me move on. There's another short anime called Dunchi Guy. I believe that's how you say it. And it's about a freaking brother and his 4 sisters, which, goodness, none of them look alike. They don't look like they could be related at all. And I'm like, what the heck is going on here? And it's amazing. I wish it was like a full episode thing, but it's not. It's just little short, like 3-minute episodes. And it's one of the best things that I've been watching. No joke. But it's just extremely short. So I'm sure that the manga version of it is probably one of those, what do you call it, 4 comas? I don't know exactly how it's pronounced or whatever. But you know, the ones where you have the like 4 panels and everything happens in those 4 panels on one page. And then next to it they have another 4 panels. So each page has like 2 stories sometimes. Sometimes they'll use all 8 of them for one. But usually it's like 2 different things on each page. But I'm assuming that this freaking series is like that type of manga. But it's really good. Freaking dang it. Let me see. Monster Musume. Oh my goodness. That. See, the thing is about that, because it's a freaking series about monster girls, and I've like read the manga. I'm up to date on the manga. I've been reading that. So when they said they were making a show, I was like, oh, cool. This is going to be amazing. But I didn't think it was going to be done as well as it has been, you know? Because some things just don't get treated the way they should when they move it from manga to anime. like that second season of Tokyo Ghoul. But I'm not gonna get into that because I'm just gonna leave it alone. Anyway, oh man, they really put the extra effort into the freaking series with this. I like it a lot. Now I think it feels, oh, that's my tablet going off. It feels a bit rushed though. It seems like things are moving entirely too fast. That's about my only problem with it. Other than that, it's cool. Now, let me see, because I have it all down here, stuff I'm watching. I'm watching this working show, and it had other seasons. I think it had like 2 seasons before this one, but I just started with this one, so after I, watch this one, I'll probably go back and watch the other 2, because I'm really liking it, and I didn't think I would at first, but it's pretty cool. This show freaking Shimonita, A Boring World or something like that it's called, where they got rid of all the perverted stuff. Basically, it's a world where I'd probably have to jump off a building because it would suck, and not literally, because that would be fun. Like, no joke, they took everything, and they were burning it. When it started off, it was like these dudes were like hiding out in an abandoned building, and the freaking security came in, busted in, started beating them and stuff, and it was all because they had freaking dirty magazines. I was like, what the heck? And that's why I watch it. I like that idea, and it's freaking hilarious. Like the last episode, that white-haired chick Anna freaking busted into the dude's room and like literally started raping him. And it was hilarious because she didn't know anything about freaking anatomy, the male anatomy. Goodness, it was hilarious. But it turns out that they use the whole, what's the phrase? Can't think of it right now. But the whole thing about what is it? Basically the perfect girls or whatever, the ones that don't seem to have an ounce of perversion in their bodies, are usually the freakiest chicks you can find. Yeah, that's basically what the show is going by. She's a complete freak. My goodness. Because the other chick who's going around doing all this stuff and throwing around freaking pictures of chicks in freaking bikinis and stuff, and trying to make people realize all this perverted stuff, she walked in and started screaming. And I was like, wait a second, I didn't expect this reaction from you. You of all people who freaking say freaking penis and dick every 2 seconds. When you see one, you start screaming. It was freaking hilarious. I love that. That's a keeper. Roka no Yusha, I've been watching that too. It's okay. It's nothing really great. It's about freaking 6 heroes that have to go and kill a demon. Demon King or whatever, Demon God, one of them. But they have to go kill the demon. And it's that type of story. Basically like a journey type story. It's okay. I'm gonna keep watching till it's done, but it's nothing amazing. And there's 2 freaking here that I cannot think of because, well, I don't know their English titles. Like, I have them down here in their Japanese titles because that's what I remember it by. But it's one with a freaking vampire chick that got discovered by a guy who can't keep secrets. So he's trying his best to not tell people that she's a vampire, which makes for a very interesting series. And there's also a freaking alien chick who's there what is it, class rep, and he found out her secret too. So he's trying to keep their secrets and stuff, and it's interesting. It's nothing spectacular, but it's interesting. Then there's another one with frick. It reminds me of dang, I can't think of the name of the anime. It reminds me of oh, come on. Freaking World Break. I can't think of the rest of the title. It's something World Break, where the dude could remember his past lives and use different types of sword techniques and spells and stuff. That series, if you ever seen it, it kind of reminds me of that. But it's called like Kusen Madoshi Kohose no Kyokan. And it's a pretty interesting one. It's about a guy who apparently is called a traitor because he stopped fighting after he got into a big fight with freaking beetle bug monsters, whatever they are, that are attacking them, and they are supposed to fight them and get rid of them. And he barely like escaped death on one mission. He just stopped doing it, which is completely logical. I mean, I barely lived last time. I'm not going back out there. That's how I feel about it, but apparently they called him a traitor because of that. And I'm assuming that at some point we'll get into his backstory and see what really happened or whatnot. But they choose him to teach 3 girls how to fight and how to be a team and whatnot. And you have the typical anime shy girl. You have the one that's a bit of a... I'm trying to think of a word that can replace the B word, because I don't want to use it. I can't say tsundere because she doesn't like the guy yet, or at least it doesn't show that she does. Screw it. She's whatever. She's not an interesting character anyway. Then you have the arrogant, conceited chick in the group. And the most interesting character in this series so far is the male protagonist. He seems cool. The rest of the characters are just kind of being carried on by your desire to want to see what he's doing. Like most animes like this, that's why it reminds me of World Break. But he has to teach them about the whole battling thing. In the last episode, he decided that he would, you know, have them work on their weaknesses and stuff. And the one chick who's extremely shy, he put her in a maid costume and made her stand outside and hand out flyers. Then after she did that, he made her work in a restaurant in the maid outfit, which was freaking hilarious. It was great to see, and it made you actually care about the character a little bit more. But that's about the only character I can care about besides him right now. Hopefully we can get more on the other characters as we go on, but it's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. And I guarantee you I've been sitting here for like 40 minutes. Almost. When this is supposed to be quick. Anyway, that's all I have to say about the anime anyway. Moving on from that, this will be short. I just wanted to talk about this music because it's what I'm listening to, and I've had it on repeat since I started talking. And like, no joke, I've been listening to this freaking Drake song that he just released apparently, and it's basically a remix of that song Cha Cha by the DRAM dude, or Dram, whatever you want to call him. Where, if you haven't heard it, just look it up and listen to it. Seeing as freaking people who would sit and listen to me talk about this stuff probably play games, you're instantly going to recognize the music he's using. And if you want to look it up and see if you recognize it before I say what it is, you need to go ahead and pause and go do that right now, because I'm about to say it. Okay, so if you're still here, the guy made a song called Cha Cha and it has the freaking Mario music from Super Mario World. It was on the Star Road, I believe it was. I believe it's called Star Road, yeah. But heck, I could just like pull it up on my computer and play it for a second so you can hear it, and hopefully it doesn't like echo real bad or anything. And hopefully Nintendo doesn't get mad that I played their music, because they did that before. I like had some Donkey Kong music going. Or no. It wasn't Donkey Kong, it was on freaking Mario. Had some Mario music going, and they were being douchebags, hit me with some copyright over it. And I was like, well, there goes Nintendo, never using it again. That's why I didn't buy a Wii U. But anyway, let me hit this up real quick. Let you hear for a second. Anybody who's played the game will remember that tune. That's all I'm letting play. Now anyway, the whole point of that was the guy like literally just ripped that, threw a little beat on it, put a few pauses in it, and then he just starts saying, I like the cha-cha, hey. And the whole point of me explaining his song is so I can explain the Drake song. So don't think I was just saying that for no reason. So Drake made a what they were saying is a remix of that. I don't know how it's a remix, because it has none of the original song except for the beat, I guess. And it's not even the same beat. This sounds like it's a different song, but it's like he took the beat and made it better. He made it not sound so much like the Mario song, you know? So anyway, I've been listening to that like crazy. I really like it. And you know, they've been talking about how Drake may not be writing his own flows and stuff, and I'm like, oh, whatever. It's not like I care. To be honest, I'm not into rap like that. Like, it would shock me if somebody said Kendrick Lamar ain't writing his own flows. I'd be like, what? But that's because I really like Kendrick Lamar. It would bother the crap out of me if somebody said that. But Drake? Who cares? Drake isn't really a real heavy rapper anyway. Most of Drake's songs don't sound like rap. And that's probably why he's so freaking popular. Like this one that I'm listening to. It doesn't sound like a rap song. It just sounds like a freaking, what is it? I guess it could be considered pop or something. But it has a catchy tune. He repeats the chorus over and over, and he's not really throwing out any super rhymes or anything like that, so I don't really consider it a rap song. Like most of Drake's stuff that's popular isn't really rap. But whatever, some people disagree. It doesn't matter. The whole point is, I don't care if Drake wrote it or not. I jam the music that I like. You can do whatever, because I don't consider him a hardcore rapper anyway. Like, he's in that category. It's like Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap, goodness, all his stuff is really catchy, but it doesn't sound like rap at all. But he considers himself a rapper from what I've heard. It's supposed to be rap music, but it doesn't sound like it at all. I don't even know what to classify Fetty Wap as. It's just like, oh, baby, won't you come my way? And I'm like, wait a second, hold up, dog. So, is this rap or not? Because if this is supposed to be freaking, what, pop or R&B or something, dude, we're gonna have to work on you actually singing. Like, no joke. But if it's supposed to be rap and you're just doing the Drake thing, where you just, hit some choruses with a tune. I want you to be mine again, baby. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's cool. And then get back to the rapping. But if you're trying to make literal songs with tunes all the way through, you can't just be doing that like that. I think this is gonna probably be the longest one of these I've done because now I'm going off in tangents again. Tangents. Sorry. Anyway, well, let me just talk about it. That's what these things are for anyway. I just didn't want it to be long because I don't have a bunch of footage to put behind it. I don't want to loop this stuff so long. But screw it. It's not like you come here to see what's playing in the background. For these, you actually come to listen. If you didn't come to listen, that'd be weird. But anyway, yeah, I listen to Fetty Wap because this stuff is really catchy. As a matter of fact, let me pull up one of the songs right now. I'm going because I have stuff playing in my headset. I cannot let you guys hear it because YouTube, copyright issues and stuff, you know. But I just put on that freaking Know My Name song he did. Just spin her at the car, trying to rock my chain. Seriously, this is some weird stuff. And dude said I think he just said he just met her at the club and she want to rock his chain, you know. Just met her. Yeah. I think that's what he said. I can rewind it and see. Dang it, how do you rewind on this thing? Give me a second. Oh, it's L1. It's L. Ah, flip. Screwed it up. It's L2. Okay, there we go. I'm playing this stuff through my PS4. Yeah. Yeah. I think he said. Let me check it. Let me check it. I'm fluent in Fetty Wap. Yeah, just met her at the club. She wanna rock my chain. Yeah. Yeah. What is it? What's the next line? I forgot that quick. I'm trying to get it together. Yeah, she wanna ride in my car, don't know my name. She wanna rep my set, don't know my gang. That's freaking Fetty Wap, just catchy. Catchy with no real hot things going for the rest of the song. The choruses are super catchy. Like heck, half of them make no sense. And the ones that make sense, you don't want to understand the sense it's making. Like no joke. Like freaking 679. I don't know how many people have heard that are actually gonna be here. Cause I'm pretty sure people left when I said Fetty Wap. I was like, you know, Fetty Wap. They were like, oh, let me get out of here. I don't want to hear anything about no Fetty Wap. Freaking text message. Let me see. Okay. Oh, that's... Okay. That's no big deal. But, I like 679 because of what he says. And, it's just really catchy. He has a nice beat and everything. But the chorus, he says, frick. I'm like, yeah, she's fine. Wonder when she'll be mine. She walked past, I press rewind. Yeah, that's hot. That's hot. That is freaking awesome. That dude said, when she walked past, I pressed rewind. So I can see that ass one more time. That is hot. I love it. I jam that. Like no joke. It's so catchy and it's so friggin' nice. But I'm not building a good case for why Fetty Wap shouldn't be considered in rap or why he can't sing. That is let's move on to something else. But anyway, Drake released the Cha Cha remix. It's pretty cool. It sounds really nice. It sounds like Drake, and it's really nice to listen to. And I'm loving it right now. Because it's so it's so Drake. Like no joke. Because everything Drake freaking releases sounds like a freaking album of regret. It sounds like he is depressed. Sounds sad. So this sounds like Drake. always freaking pissing and moaning over some chick. That's what Drake sounds like 90% of the time. Like, no joke. Like this one, he used to call me on my cell phone. Sorry about that. Like I said, I have sinus issues. I had to cut out for a second. But like I was saying, he sounds like he's all, you know, upset all the freaking time. And he hits that arm. He used to call me on my cell phone. Late nights when you need my love. And I'm like, really, Drake? That's how you feel? Goodness, how many freaking chicks can you cry over? Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's trying to like rub it in her face or something, but it doesn't sound like that when I hear Drake. When I hear Drake, it sounds like I'm crying over this chick. And it depresses me, to be honest. After I listen to Drake for too long, I'm like, dang, man. You get sad after listening to Drake for too long. You're like, yeah, You start feeling bad, and you're like, wait a second, Drake, I gotta take a break from you. Let me turn Fetty Wap back on. Anyway, last time I did one of these, I was listening to freaking Kendrick Lamar the whole time, and goodness, that album was great. To Pimp a Butterfly. That is a wonderful album, and I love it. And the more I listen to it, the more I like it. And it's weird for that to happen. You know, you can really tell something's good when you keep listening to it and you like it more than you did the first time. It just gets better and better. You know what I'm saying? But right now, I'm not on. Excuse me. Right now, I'm not on listening to it because I'm trying to listen to some more music. I've been listening to Fall Out Boy's album because I freaking heard Uma Thurman on the radio, and I had to check out the rest of the album, you know, because I heard Centuries before, I heard Immortals, but I didn't know those were on the same album. Then I heard Uma Thurman, and I was like, man, all these are on the same album? That is pretty freaking hot, because I like that song. That is a good freaking song to jam out to. So, that's pretty much it for me and what I've been listening to lately. Freaking Fall Out Boy, Fetty Wap, and Drake's new song, which I've been listening to all day because I just heard it today. So, that's been all day for me. I've been trying to listen to that song. I also heard this little diss track. It was okay. I'm not really into the whole diss track thing, but it wasn't bad. It was still Drake, and that's just Drake's stuff. It's just how it sounds. It all sounds pretty similar. It's like it's like I'm trying to think his name. Chris Brown. Everything Chris Brown does is the exact same thing now. Like, no joke. Chris Brown's music follows a pattern. It goes, I stole your hoe. I got more paper than you. I stole your hoe, and now she riding in my new whip with me and all my paper that I got more of than you. That's Chris Brown's music. And that's how I feel about Drake. 90% of Drake's stuff is the same thing. But that's most artists. And that's probably why I like Kendrick Lamar so much. But even though, you know, to be fair, most of Kendrick Lamar's music sounds freaking similar within it giving a message, you know? Even though all of it's giving a message, it still has a similar subject most of the time, you know? But with him, it's cool, because it's not like he's just flaunting his success in your face. Like I heard a song recently with freaking Kid Ink and Chris Brown, and it's called Hotel, and it's basically talking about freaking having a side chick, you know what I'm saying? And all that's missing for it to be a Chris Brown song, cause see, it's Kid Ink's song. That's why it's missing the key elements. It's just talking about me having the extra girl on the side, But if it was a Chris Brown song featuring Kid Ink, it'd be talking about having your girl on the side. With a side of money you ain't got and a new car. I'm just saying. See, and this is what happens when I talk about music. I just start going off on the music. Because it's not what I grew up with, to be honest. I grew up on a lot of 80s music. I grew up on a lot of Michael Jackson. So, the music now, whenever I hear it, I can hear the same thing over and over. Because I listen to lyrics when I listen to music. That's why, that's why I told you I can decipher Fetty Wap. Because I've listened to him over and over to try and get what he was saying. Because I like to use looking up lyrics as a fact check. Like, after you figured what you think the lyrics are, you can go and look it up and see if you're right. It's like a game to me. Like, I'll listen to, freaking, who was it? Because I haven't listened to him in a while. Freaking Young Thug. I listened to, like, one song he made. And that's because it was all over the radio, that Lifestyle song. But recently I heard him in a freaking song with Ray Shrimmerd, whatever frick their name is, because I don't listen to them either. But since my freaking music player in the car broke, I've been having to listen to the radio. So I heard that song, and Young Thug came in with his verse, and I was like, oh my goodness, Young Thug, let me figure out what he's saying. It's like a fun game. Like, I don't know who feels that way, but these rappers that don't speak clearly make a fun game. You can sit and listen and be like, I think I know what he's saying. Come here, ho. That's all I got at first. I had to listen a couple more times. I was like, okay, come here, ho. Mistletoe. And I was like, wait, I can get some more. Yeah, but it's fun to me. Like Rich Homie Quan, his song Flex, it comes on the radio all the time. Like I was saying, I only get into these people because of the radio. Drake, I would actually listen to. Kendrick Lamar, I would actually listen to. Fetty Wap, now I listen to him, but before, he was just on the radio. But freaking Rich Homie Quan and his Flex song, my goodness. Took me forever to figure that one out. Also, because I'm looking down the list of my music, that's why these things are popping up. Freaking Sia's Elastic Heart, I got used to hearing it. So now I listen to it. Like at first I was like, yeah, it's okay. It's not a bad song by any means. But I didn't want to listen to it like that. But after hearing it like 50 times, I was like, yeah. Oh. You know how you hear a song that you don't really like at first? Listen to it 10 times, you're like, oh, you know what? That's not that bad of a song. You get to 20 times, you're like, you know, I could sit and listen to this every once in a while. Get to 50, and you sitting there, you know the lyrics forward and backwards. You know what I'm saying? You know, and all of a sudden you got thick skin and an elastic heart. I'm just saying, it's hard to lose a chosen one. Goodness. See, at this point, I can just ramble on about this stuff because there's nothing left to talk about. So I'm just going on about the music I've been listening to. Because, you know, you won't see me fall apart. Because I've got an elastic heart. I'm just saying. Anyway. Let me look for another new song I've been listening to. The song Cheerleader by Omi. O-M-I. Omi. That's a pretty catchy one. It's I guess it's alright, you know. I've got to that freaking 10th, 15th listen of it, so it's alright. I haven't hit 50 yet. Once I hit 50, I'm gonna be sitting up here. Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. It's gonna get fun when I get there, but I'm not there yet. I don't think. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that's pretty much the music I've been listening to. Oh, there's one more that I heard on the radio recently that I thought was pretty decent. And that's that song Good Thing by the frick is that dude's name? Sage the Gemini featuring Nick Jonas. I don't listen for Sage the Gemini because I don't really care about what he's saying. But I like the part with Nick Jonas. It makes the song pretty cool. You know, the chorus is really nice. But I'm not really into Sage the Gemini's music. Cause I don't know, music that he's let out hasn't really been my thing. I guess I'm not hood enough anymore. Once I left that behind me, I can't listen to the super hood stuff anymore. Even when I was in the hood, I didn't like it that much. But I did listen to it to blend in. Because you know how that works out. Everybody else is listening to it, you need to just blend in and listen to it too. I couldn't listen to freaking J-pop and stuff. That didn't fly. So, you hear stuff you don't want to hear. Anyway, song is nice. As long as you ignore him during his verses. Like you just gotta deal with him. You're like, with something that you gotta know. Anything but dangerous. And you're like, yeah, there it is. Why can't it be what it is? You get to those parts and you're like, yeah. Yeah. You start jamming and you get into it. I know, you know, we know. And you're like, yeah, it's hot. But anyway, I've gone on for too long, to be honest. I'm probably boring you by now with my weird music choices and my horrid voice. Trust me, I know it's bad. I know my singing voice is horrible. But it happens sometimes. Because while I explain these songs, you gotta understand, I'm listening to them while I explain it. So it's hard for me not to do that, because that's what I do when I listen to the music. I get really into it. And goodness, let me just end this.